Welcome back to the Rough Example Datsun 510 project. I'm Cameron, and this is my 72 510 that I've been working on for the past year. Big updates this week, namely that we got the engine running. Um, we've been trying for a couple days to get it to crank over, could not get spark, could not get the fuel injectors to fire. Um, so ultimately, we ended up figuring out that it was the crank angle sensor in here I had wired backwards. There's two sensor wires, and I was using the wrong one. So once we got that sorted out, we were able to get it to fire and send fuel. So yeah, we got the thing running around lunchtime last weekend. And then after that, we came back from lunch and could not get the thing to run. And we fiddled around with it for hours. And long story short, one of the cam gears had popped off. Um, we took the valve cover off and figured it out pretty quickly. Luckily, we didn't have any interference issues with the engine. We didn't ruin anything. So we were able to put the cam gear back on and bolt it back together, and it fired right up on the first try. So now that we had that going, we had realized that we had a major exhaust leak back in here. Where the header connects to the catalytic converter, we had a 2-bolt flange and just could not get it to seal up. We just couldn't get a wrench back in there well enough to tighten it down. So Miles, my friend that built the exhaust, he came over today and we cut that out, put a V-band in there, and that seems to be working a lot better. Sounds a lot better. Sounds like it's not leaking. So we're good there. And I also, you'll notice my super awesome rig right here. We had to do that to get these spark plug wires up off the manifold so they didn't melt. So I got some new connectors that I'm going to use to create some new wires for these that are a little bit longer. These were actually really hard to find. It's a Volkswagen Audi snap lock fitting that actually like snaps onto the coil. If you use the kind that just like slide in, they don't work. They don't connect. And that was one of my issues with not getting spark for a long time, is not realizing how those connectors work. So now that I have these, I am just going to take the stock S13 wires here. You can take these boots off. So I was kind of playing around with it and realized that these come apart. So you can just slide these off. The top part is separate. And then once you have that top off, these slide out that way. So basically what I'm going to do is, like, these are long enough, so I'm just going to chop these off and hook the new connector onto there. But you could build your own if you wanted to just buy a roll of this and clamp them together. So the other breakthrough we had today is on the brakes. I could not get the caliper on this side to clamp. I had, I took the caliper off of the line. I had fluid coming through, but it just would not clamp down. I thought that maybe the caliper was seized, so I bought a new caliper. That one did the same thing. So we were fiddling around with it today and decided to rebleed the master cylinder. You just do that over on the side here. So we hooked the vacuum pump on there. I just bought a cheap Harbor Freight one for like $30. Hooked that on there, and we're able to get all the bubbles out of there, and that solved the problem. So now it's got some grip on the brakes. So that, now that I've got brakes, got the engine working. Obviously, there's going to be some kinks to work out on the car, but that's a huge step. So next, I just kind of need to do an alignment on this, and then I could theoretically be able to drive the car around. The alignment, it's all of the parts are from Techno-Toy Tuning. They're all brand new. They're all custom. So I'm kind of just starting from scratch on the alignment. So I'll probably just do a string alignment here in the garage, where you set up some jack stands on all four and run a string parallel to the car and use that to take measurements and get it dialed in. So I'll try that and see how good I can get it. I mean, the car is on airbags, so it's never going to be perfect anyways. So that may be good enough for me. But if I can't get it, good enough to drive around safely, then I'll have to take it to a shop and get it aligned. The other thing I've been working on right now is, it's kind of hard to see, but I've been working on the interior panels that go down on the rocker panel there. So I had to make some custom parts. The ones that the car came with were pretty nasty and kind of moldy and rotted out. So it's, I made some fresh ones and wrapped them in vinyl. It's this piece right here. But I'll show you with the other ones that I've got going. So I just went and got some Masonite and I'm wrapping vinyl around them. They're pretty simple pieces, but these are the old ones that are just pretty nasty. So these are gonna go, and then these are the new ones for the front, like kick panels. So these will go up in the front of the car, and just need to get the vinyl put on there. I've been using this contact cement. You can use this spray adhesive stuff right here. Works okay, but I would recommend going with the contact cement. It's just a little heavier duty and just kind of holds a little bit better. You do have to put it on with a brush, but it's kind of less messy because you don't get the overspray on your board. So you don't have to worry about like putting your fresh part back into the overspray and getting it all messed up. And yeah, you can see here I've got my jigsaw out and my piece of Masonite. So the old guy was using I think it's like 1/4 inch thick stuff, but it seemed a little bit like kind of overkill. So I went a little bit thinner. This is like, I don't know, 3/16 maybe. But just cut those out. And then I also got this panel right here. I thought this was kind of cool. It's actually a chalkboard. So it has like the white marker board on the back and a chalkboard on this side. And I think I'm going to use this for my panel that goes behind the rear seat, since it's already black. So I won't have to like wrap it or anything. I mean, you're not going to see it very often anyways. So I just kind of like the black finish, and maybe I'll come with a marker and just touch up the edges on it. But be doing that up as well as the trunk. But once I have those done, I'll pretty well be done with the interior, except for the C panels. I need to build some panels for those as well. And those will get wrapped in the white vinyl that I used on the headliner. So that's just the ones up in the back there. that I need to do. So once that's done, I can put the other seat in and glue the carpet down, and then I'll be set. So, oh, another piece that I did this week is been playing around with 3D printing this gauge panel right here. So I built this piece with my very limited CAD skills, and it's 3D printed. So this guy, I think I might do a new one that's just slightly bigger, because when you put it in here, it still has a little bit of a gap back here that you can see the metal showing through. So anyway, once I get that in there, I'll be feeling pretty good. So without further ado, I guess maybe I should start this thing up for you guys so you can see how it runs. I just need to plug in my wideband controller here, and I ran it earlier without the wideband controller turned on, and it was definitely running rich. So hopefully this helps a little bit. The short shifter on here is extremely tight. Like that's the full first to second throw right there, and then that is neutral. Okay, so here it goes. I'm just gonna prime the fuel pump. It doesn't seem to maintain fuel pressure very well when it's not running. I think I need to get a check valve in there. There you have it. The transmission is extremely loud on it. I don't know what's going on with that, but at this point it just kind of is what it is, since I already tried rebuilding it. So but yeah, I'm ecstatic to have the thing running, and really happy about everybody supporting me through the project and watching the channel. Hopefully I'll be able to get it finished up here in the next couple weeks in time for the Japanese Classic Car Show in Long Beach, and be able to show the car off. If anybody's going to be there, you can come check it out and say hi. It'd be nice to meet you guys in person. But thanks again. Have a great week.